church year that is about to come to an end, because after all, we have our own cuts and years. New Year's Eve for Christians is next Sunday. Yeah. Last Sunday of this year starts the next year of the church, the year of Luke. So on the last Sunday of this month, which I think is the 29th, is the first Sunday of Advent. You're that close, folks. It's almost there. But it's been an interesting year, if you so will, so that the words of Jesus, you will hear of wars and rumor of wars. You will hear of all kinds of interesting and bizarre things, deadly things, troubling things. Well, have you? I mean, I suspect you have. I mean, this hasn't exactly been in the last 48 hours. We've had some issues here that many of us probably are somewhat troubled by. But here you are. I've been told that through the history of humankind, every generation had at least one place in their existence here on Earth where they were quite sure that this was it. And maybe we've had our share for this generation. Maybe this is some other generation's quota now. Who knows? But here we are. Unsettling things are coming one more time, and they all come against the backdrop of Jesus saying, you know what? These things happen. Yes, the end will come. No, you don't know when. But when you see it coming, when it does indeed get here, remember, your salvation is at hand. Period. For certainly when the end of the world does come, in whatever ways it comes, in whatever shape it wants to take, it comes through the one who said these words, Jesus. So that, as Daniel says, the angels will elect God's own. The angels will collect it all together, wherever it is hidden, so that all may stand before the throne of God. Some will live to see it, others will find themselves surprised as they rise from their graves. And there we are. How many of you love the movies? This is not a strict question like it was 2 weeks ago. You're not going to get dressed up for going to the movie. Sorry. How many of you watched Star Trek? The first movie, the real one, not everything. Everything after the first one. The first one. You remember the scene where Luke walks out into the desert, having found his mother and his uncle and aunt in the hut, dead, and he looks over his shoulder. And he's about ready to go follow Obi-Wan Kenobi, and these two are really bizarre robots. And this melody is playing. Remember that scene? How many of you like It's a Wonderful Life? Everybody loves that. You remember that scene where he finally realizes that there was a complete, utter, and total idiot idea to want a new life, and he runs back to the bridge when it's like 150 below zero and the snow is 5 feet deep, and he goes to the bridge again and keeps screaming for Clarence. You know what the melody is? Dum 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 dum. You know why? This is why. Hey. We're talking. Play that.
Play it, Tanya.
Oh, I'm sorry. There's another movie.
G, F, G, E.
Oh, you have it here.
It's up there. It's a bit dreary. It gets dreary when 100 monks sing it too, by the way. It's a Gregorian chant. St. Gregory lived somewhere like in the 6th century. Right. And he wrote the movie music for It's a Wonderful Life and for Star Wars. And by the way, also for The Lion King, I've been told. And for The Exorcist. And for and Mozart looked at his notes and stole something. Rachmaninoff did so did Mussorgsky. Various other people went in there and stole from Gregory the Great. You know what the name of this little thing is? It's called Day of Wrath and Doom Impending. Of course, in Latin it's Dies irae, dies ille. It was a chant that was sung in monasteries whenever somebody was buried. Day of Wrath and Doom Impending. It was a song of death. And it has been noted by various people who follow culture and popular culture alike that for some bizarre and unknown reason, it just keeps creeping back up, even though the monasteries have quit singing it a long time ago. But it's kind of just made its way around. It's a song of judgment, ultimately, and then a song of plea. Please do not let me go. Here's the last, one of the last ones is, think, kind Jesus, my salvation, cause thy wondrous incarnation, leave me not in reprobation. In other words, don't leave me to go to the pit. You read Psalm 16 the other day, just a couple of minutes ago. Did you think that was about sleeping? I hope you didn't. It sort of sounds like I'm going to sleep, but it really was about dying. It was about not being afraid of the time of the great sleep that all of us must one day sleep, but saying, I will recline myself in trust that the good Lord, through the angels, will find all the pieces when time comes. For certainly if a temple like the one that Herod built in the middle of Jerusalem, the place where they all gave sacrifice, the holy places of holy places, came you and I, and eventually all of us must indeed pass to the place of death. Somehow Daniel and Mark are about these things. They're about unfinished business, if you think about it. Do you think God has unfinished business with this world? Has you got a list for him to share? All right? Any of you who are willing to share, on your list of unfinished business that you are quite well certain God will, or at least should, take care of, are any of the people in this room included? Okay, that's a two-pronged question. That just means that, you know, you smile over there, you kind of know that there's maybe some things that we have problems with each other and one another, and we all do. It's the honesty to say, yes, we shouldn't. But somehow God does have business with a world that is in sin. God has unfinished business that must be answered for. As much as none of us want to hear it, but somehow there will be a time of reckoning and a time when things must be set right. Do you have an idea who the judge will be?
Who?
Who? Yeah, you have an idea who the judge will be?
Yeah.
Well, share, please.
Well, Judgment Day, God decides.
Who will be the judge?
Jesus. Okay.
You gotta come to, we all have to come to some interesting terms here. In the end, when the battle is done, when St. Michael has taken the lance and slain Satan, and the judgment has come, the time comes to stand before the judge, and it is no less than Jesus who will be the judge. It won't be earthly figures, it will not be earthly authorities, it will not be earthly opinions, it will be Jesus, in front of whom the books will be opened, and it will be the one who is the author of mercy, the author of your salvation, the one who has sought us. And as the song, the chant here says, you have sought me on the cross of suffering, you bought me. Shall such grace be vainly brought to me? And the answer, of course, is no, it shall not. For the one who is to judge and set things right already knows you. Knows you as one of his own. Knows you as a sheep of your own flock, sinner of his own redeeming. Yes, there is judgment for all of us. Yes, there is a world that all of us agree needs this little bit of sprucing up, at minimum, if not complete reorganization. And yes, there is a judge who will do so. Yet as Lutherans, we're quick to say, you know what? It is Jesus who will be doing that work. Jesus. You remember the guy remember the guy who was stooped down and writing on the ground while they were trying to stone this woman over at the temple? Remember that guy?
Jesus.
Yeah, that's the guy, remember what he did at that judgment day? He forgave her. He sent her away and said, I will not condemn you. Go and leave life of sin. That's the judge. That's the judge. May all of us in mercy and in grace come to understand that as the judge before whom we still stand, may all of us enjoy, look forward to meeting him. But as we meet him, plead only for ourselves what he has given for us, mainly his salvation, his grace, his favor. And may we say to him, by your holy sacrifice, save me, I am yours, now save me. Amen.